Hey everybody, welcome back to the Carryandcur YouTube channel. And if you're new here, I sure do appreciate you stopping by and watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, leave a comment down below. Also check out our Instagram at Carryandcut and our Patreon at Carryandcut also. Sure do appreciate all the support from the Patreons, really does help out, and all the proceeds go directly back to the channel to buy new knives and new equipment to hopefully make the quality and the content better for you guys. So today, got another very awesome knife. This is one of Jimmie Crowe's, another one of his many knives from his collection. He sent it to us for us to take a look at, review, disassemble, do all that kind of fun stuff. So today we are looking at the Civivi brazen. This thing is definitely pretty cool. Has a really striking, appearance to it, other than its Tonto blade shape and the crazy purple G10 handles on it. But overall, this thing is definitely a pretty nice knife, and we'll just go ahead and dive right on into it. So first off the bat, of course, we have a really nice G10 handles on it. They feel pretty good, nice and grippy, not going to tear your pockets up too much, nothing like that. We do have a G10 backspacer with also, it's kind of like a built-in lanyard point right there. So that's pretty cool. Steven, I know you'll appreciate that one. We do have a nice fold-over steel pocket clip that does have recessed screws. It doesn't sit actually into the scale itself, but the screws are actually flush, the flush heads. So that's always nice, really nice to see. Civivi always has their nice captive pivots on there, so that's always going to be really nice for disassembly and maintenance. And we do have a D2 on the blade steel, like I said before. We do have a, I don't know if I did say this or not, but we do have a D2 blade on this thing, our nice aggressive Tonto shape. We do have a high flat grind on the actual straight portion, if you want to call it, and then up here at the like the chisel tip of the Tonto, if that's even what it's supposed to be. That's what it reminds me of. And we do have another flat grind there. Sometimes you will see hollow grinds on these different grinds of the blade, but these appear to be the exact same flat grind on these. So we do have dual thumb stud deployment and a flipper tab. We do have a liner lock, and we have full steel liners on this thing. They are skeletonized for a little bit of weight relieving, so that's going to be nice to see. Keep it nice and lightweight. This is a full-size knife though, so you still do get a full, 4-finger purchase on this thing. And if you really had to, you could choke up on the actual finger choil, sharpening choil there, and that brings right into the choil. We do have a pretty decent amount. You could definitely get 1 or 2 sharpenings out of this before you actually start getting into the main plunge line, plunge grind, or anything like that. So that's pretty good, kind of average. Civivi does a really good job with a lot of their stuff, and everybody knows, the Civivi family of brands, the Sencut, Civivi, and Weed. They do have excellent action. And I'm pretty sure we are definitely going to be running on ball bearings on this thing. I'm going to, I did a little bit of research, but I didn't actually get that far into it. I've been carrying this thing for a couple days, and it is very, it's good, it's ergonomic, it's useful. Really no frills, nothing like that. Just a nice, work knife. Get down dirty with it. You're not going to have to worry too much about this thing. The liner lock's really, stout. You'd have an almost 30% lockup right there, it looks like. So that's going to be pretty good. Let's go ahead and get some quick measurements on this thing. So overall, let's move our paver out of the way. We're not doing no paving today. It is very rainy in southeast Ohio, so we are pretty much have a rain day. Alright, so from the tip to the end, we are looking just over 7 3/4, pretty much 7 7/8 blade length. Is coming in at 3.5 is what the website says, and it looks just like that right there. Pretty much right at 3.5. Sharpened edge, you're definitely more than 3 1/4, 3 3/8 ish, something like that. So that's definitely pretty good shape. I know some people might roll them out under state laws, so just kind of always check in with your local jurisdiction and laws. Make sure you're actually able to carry these knives. But this one isn't too big. This should be pretty good for a lot of people. All right, let's go ahead and get Mrs. Carryandcut's kitchen scale out. We are looking at 3.8 ounces. So 3.8 ounces. For a 3.5-inch bladed knife, not too bad. We're pretty much right in that sweet spot that a lot of people like to see. And I just can't get over the action on this thing. And for the price of it, we're looking at $49.50 on Amazon. I will have this link down in the description below if you would like to check it out. It really does help out the channel, but completely up to you. And I kind of like how they do, their spines, their knife right here. They're not really squared off edges. They do have like kind of a little bit of a chamfering going on right here. So I really do like that crown spine look that, the Italian knives and stuff have. This doesn't have nothing like a crown spine, but it just kind of resembles it from the first glance of this thing. I really do like that. It's a nice little added touch. And we do have some decently grippy gym paint going on right there. It's nothing too crazy, but it's, you know, it's good, it's useful, it gets the job done. So that's really all we're asking for the price point of this thing. You know, we're not asking for a whole bunch, really $50. I know this is definitely an older model. It's not anything new that, you know, people haven't seen before. But this is the first time I'm getting my hands on one, and I really do like it. I'm really a big fan of all of Civivi's products, and they're good for what they are. They're not I know the Wii stuff isn't, you know, incredibly nice, and unfortunately I have not used any of the Wii stuff, never have had any of it. And eventually one day we're definitely going to get some Wii products here on the channel. I know some of my friends have some that they're going to be sending to me, but for now, Civivi and Syncut's been the only thing that I've messed with so far, and I really do like them. Even the Syncut stuff, this, you know, the actual budget variety of the Civivi Wii Syncut family line, it's all just incredibly good stuff. So, you know, D2 steel, I have no problem with D2 steel. Let's go ahead and do some size comparisons. Let's go up against the Ontario Rat 2. So definitely way bigger than that one. How about the Spyderco Endura? We're definitely smaller than that one. How about, let's go with the PM2. Spyderco PM2. We're just a little bit smaller than PM2. And then what about Oddball? Let's go with the Benchmade Presidio 2. So that's definitely another full-size knife, and be on the lookout for the review of this thing coming up before too long also. So we're definitely smaller than that one. But for an overall synopsis of this thing, I definitely approve of it for the $49.50. If you're looking for a nice beater knife that has a really nice aggressive Tonto blade shape, you know, this thing's going to work for, you know, good for anybody out in the trades or just a normal day-to-day, you know, operations. This thing is going to be super useful. That Tonto blade shape, you can do some chisely stuff and, you know, just some nice aggressive cuts on a flat desk or anything like that, or workbench or anything like that. I can see definitely stripping some wire, cutting some bales, or, you know, do whatever you got to do with this thing. I know I was cutting some buckets, some lids off of some buckets at work, and this thing worked exceptionally well, getting that tip, a real nice acute tip into it. This thing definitely has got some good pokey nature to it. So overall, Jimmy, really do appreciate you sending this over for us to take a look at, and we're going to be doing a disassembly video on this thing next, and make sure you guys stay tuned for that one. That'll be tomorrow's video. So, all right, guys, till next time, thank you.